This meeting is being recorded. If you are okay, I can extend you one more week. Means next week to next week more 15 days. Means December first week we can complete. Okay, na? End of the December first week we will complete our class, including good MVC architecture based project development. Live project we will develop in the class. Okay, na? Actually, advanced batch no need to spend this much time. Okay, na? But okay, because I am free, you are also free at 4 o'clock. You are waivers, I am waivers. Okay, no work. Let's continue. Learning one project development is a good idea, not a problem. Okay, right. Generally, until new batch is announced, I used to continue the class. That is my behavior. Okay, I don't want to take any rest. Because if I spend more time with you, more content I can give. That is what my intention. Now, right? Developing servlets by using Eclipse. Developing servlet by using Eclipse. Already you know, right? We install the Eclipse. Already know how to develop core Java program by using Eclipse. First up, right? Step number 1, to start Eclipse. I think no need to tell how to start Eclipse. You know, na? How to start Eclipse? Start Eclipse. Starting. Second step, choose workspace. Write down. Second step, choose workspace. I'm choosing workspace as our project advanced Java. Vidita Anshu. How many React batches you are joining, man? Are you 7M batch student? Then why you are joining evening 5:30 batch when advanced batch is there? Morning 7:30 or React.js join na? Morning 7:30 there is a React.js batch. Join that. If you are planning for joining any other course, not for full stack students. Okay. If you are planning to join React.js, advanced Java is not required. Okay, skip this advanced Java batch and go for React.js. Clear? Priya, when you are still rejoined, still not seeing the screen, means you have to change your browser. Okay, na? Prajapati, why worst fellow? Clear? Which person here? Okay, hold on. After class, we'll discuss. Okay? Fine. If browser is not supporting, change the browser. Internet Explorer you use. If not working, use Firefox. If not using, Brave browser. So I don't know why suddenly this problem in every batch people are saying screen is not visible. Use different browsers or clear your browser, background history or whatever, maybe it will work. Now, write down what is that? Choose workspace servlets. Use workspace, choose workspace servlets. Now I'm selecting this workspace servlets, then arrow click launch. Arrow click launch. By default, Eclipse will start with J2EE or Java EE perspective. No need to do change any perspective. Now this is Eclipse started. Close welcome page. Write down. Next step. Close welcome page. Keep write down. Don't watch. Write down. Namaskar. Itilipin Varino. Next step. Close welcome page. Are you guys not using? Without WebEx web desktop app, how they can log in? They must use. Only with the browser, it will not work, man. Next. Next step what? Create dynamic web project. Click create a dynamic web project. Servlet project is called what? Dynamic web project. There are two types of web projects are there: static web project and dynamic. Servlet is a dynamic. So create a dynamic web project. Don't use a browser, use WebEx app. Install WebEx client app. Next up, enter project name. What is the project name? 15 HTTP servlet. We are developing this project by using HTTP servlet. So I'm taking 15 HTTP servlet. Already 14 projects completed. 5. How many completed? Yeah, 12 completed. Sorry, 13. 13 HTTP servlet. You write your number according to my system. I'm right. 13 HTTP servlet. Next step, choose runtime environment. Choose runtime environment. Click new runtime. Click new runtime. Click Apache. Click Apache Tomcat v11.0. Again, I'm showing. Once you click on create a dynamic web project, then give the project name, then target runtime. Choose target runtime. How? Click new runtime. Click Apache. Then click on Apache Tomcat v11.0. Arrow, click next. Arrow, click next. Arrow. Click browse. Arrow, click browse. Arrow. C. C means C drive. C drive. Arrow. Apache Tomcat 11.0.0. Arrow. Click select folder. Do you understand what am I doing? If you want to run Servlet project, what is required? Tomcat API required, na? Without Tomcat API, you cannot write HTTP Servlet any class, right? So that's what we are setting. Then, if you want to run this Tomcat, what is required? JRE. Next step. Select JRE. Select JRE. Click drop down box. Click drop down box. Click drop down box. Click JDK 21. Click JDK 21. Once again, I am showing all the people. Look at here. What I have to do first step. After Eclipse is started, after closing welcome page, create a dynamic web project. Click create dynamic web project. Then enter project name. Then select a target runtime. Click new runtime. Click Apache. Click Apache version 11.0. Then click next. Then select the Tomcat folder. Where you have installed the Tomcat folder, you have to install. Click on browse. Then C drive, Apache, select folder. Now to run this Apache, we require JRE. JRE, workbench default JRE I don't want. Click on scroll down and you'll find what? JDK 21. Which is JDK available in your system? JDK 21. Select the JDK 21, click on finish. Next arrow, click finish. When I click on finish, the project is created with this Tomcat library. Arrow, again click finish. 1 second. Click finish, arrow. Look at here. Tomcat runtime, when you select dynamic web module version, what is coming? 6.1 is not supported by 11.0. Okay. 6.1 is the latest version of Tomcat version. Servlet version. Servlet version, latest version is 6.1. But 6.1 it will not support. It supports only up to 6.0. By default, it is selecting as 6.1. Change it to 6.0. Arrow. Change 6.1 to 6.0. Arrow. Change 6.1 to 6.0 in dynamic web module version. In dynamic web module version. Okay. Next. Arrow, click next. Look at here. When you click next, observe. If you remember in Core Java in a packages chapter, I told you, is it a good idea saving Java files and .class file in a single folder? No, we have to separate them. .java files in SRC folder, .class files in bin folder. That is a project architecture. Okay. Then same way in Servlet also. Up to now, what am I doing? I have created a project folder, webinf/classes. In the classes directly we created .java files, compile and saving the .class files as a package also in the same folder. Is it a good approach? No. When you prepare the WAR file to deliver the project to the customer, I have to deliver with the Java files. So it is a bad idea, bad programming practice of creating Java files and class files both together. That's why what you do, you create Java files outside of the webinf folder, separate folder, SRC folder. While compiling, can you compile the .class files and save inside the webinf classes folder by using javac -d and folder path? Okay, instead of you doing, Eclipse is doing that work. Okay, Eclipse has provided a separate folder in the project. What is that? SRC main Java. In that folder, you have to save your Java files. And then now the compiled .class files are going into build classes. And further, they prepare the WAR file. That all work is taken care by the Eclipse. And then next, Again, arrow, click next. Do nothing here. Click next. Look at here. Here we have checkbox. If you select here, generate web.xml deployment descriptor, then configurations are done with web.xml file. If you don't select it, it uses annotations. Okay, now we have Java 5 new feature annotations. Annotations are applied. Annotations we have not learned yet. Then let's click on generate web.xml deployment descriptor. Right. Next up, click next. Again next. Select generate web.xml checkbox. Generate web.xml checkbox. Arrow, finish. Arrow, finish. Now again I want to do all these works. Help me to do. Cancel. Now, shall I close Eclipse? Not required from that onwards, right? Create a dynamic web project. Project name. Then choose the runtime. Apache, Tomcat. Next, browse, C drive, Apache Tomcat. Then JRE, JDK 21. Finish. Change dynamic web module to 6.0. Click next. And then again next. Click generate web.xml deployment descriptor. Finish. Project created. What is the project? Web project. It is a web project. Look at there. There is a web coming on the folder. Na? Which web project? Java web project. J stands for Java, and what is the circle? Globe, web throughout the world. And next, when you explode it, you'll find so many folders. Deployment descriptor. Okay, you asked to generate deployment descriptor, na? Context parameters, error pages, file mapping, filters, listeners, references, servlet mappings, servlets, welcome pages. So many are there. Okay, close this. Then JAX, WS, web services. Dynamic web page means you can also make this project accessible to the world via web services also. Sir, what is web service, sir? That is a separate course in Spring Boot you will learn. The next is Java resources. If you want to develop any Java program, you have to create the classes inside Java resources under what folder? SRC main Java. And to compile the classes available in this folder, the required libraries are attached. How many? 2 libraries. JRE system library and server runtime. Nothing but servlet-api.jar. Tell me, do I need to set the build path for accessing servlet-api.jar? Not required. Because at the time of project create only, they are attached. Okay. Then next, build. Okay, build nothing is there. SRC also, no need to worry. 1 second. Inside SRC main, we have Java and following by what? Web app. Now, inside web app, actually, this is your project folder. Okay. Now, to this project folder, what is attached? Web app. In place of web app folder, what is coming? HTTP servlet project name will come and attach. Inside project folder, what will be there? WebINF. Inside WebINF, what is there? Classes, lib, classes folder and lib. And then web.xml. Is it clear? Sir, classes folder not there. Classes folder is hiding from you. It is a filter hiding from you, but it is available in the project folder. Let me go and check project folder here. This is HTTP servlet. Project is created. Inside this project, look at there, SRC. Inside SRC, main. Inside main, web app. inside web app, webinf, lib, web.xml. So various classes. Classes are available outside. Inside build folder. Inside build, we have classes. Eclipse, when you are creating var file, Eclipse will prepare the proper folder structure and export. I will show you that also. Okay. As of now, it is creating different places. Now tell me, where I should create servlet program now? I want to create servlet program where? In Java resource, src main Java, or src main Java. Either you can create in Java resource or you can create here. Anywhere you create, it will go and attach two places. Where should I create HTML file? Where? Under which folder? Web app. Under web app folder, you have to create HTML files and JSP files, image files, properties files, all should be placed under web app folder. Understood? Repeat once again. Java programs are placed under Java resource, src main Java. HTML files will be created under web apps folder. HTML, JSP files are created under web apps folder. Clear my point? Right up. The project folder is created. The project folder is created as below. Everyone look at here. You create the project folder, 13 servlet. Under this folder, and next here important folder build. Inside build folder we have classes. You write 1 minute Ray. Chippini Vindra. Listen what I am saying registered in your brain. I'll give time to write. తర్వాత ఇంటికి నాకు బుక్ పెట్టి ఏడుస్తారు అర్థం కాక. Okay, in the build folder, what you create? Classes. Then src you create, and next important folder is web app. The three important folders: project, under project Java resources, and then src. Inside src folder, what is that? Main Java, and then web app. Under web app, webinf. So this is how you have to create. Carefully write. I want you write the boxes as it is. You can ignore these libraries as of now, okay? Or else if you want write, you can write, your wish. Completed? Side you write. Create servlet classes. Core Java classes. And JDBC classes. In Java resources Java resources arrow src / main / Java folder. Next, create HTML files. HTML files, CSS files, JavaScript files, JSP files, images, which are meant to execute client side, which are meant to execute in client side in browser, in web app folder. In a web app folder. I think we have to adjust this line one more time. I'm reading again. Create HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JSP, images in web app folder, which are meant to execute in client side browser. Okay. Next. That's it. Next point. Place supporting jar files, OJDBC 11.jar 11 na our version number, OJDBC 11.jar comma servlet-api.jar in where? In lib folder, in a web-inf/lib folder, in web-inf/lib folder. Okay, na? Now, let's learn how to create servlet now. I want to create a servlet class. Where I should create? inside SRC Java resources, SRC main Java, or if you don't want touch there, you can also create SRC main Java, either here or there. Observe what happened. If I am creating servlet, how to create servlet? Right click on Java, right click on Java, new. What do you want to create? What do you want to create? Servlet class. Do you have option called servlet class? It is showing only client side files. Okay. Let us right click here, SRC main Java new. Look at that. Are you seeing servlet now? Sorry, if I click here, then how to see servlet? Right click, new, other. Click on other, you will find under Java, you will find servlet. Okay, if not found, type directly here, servlet. Servlet is under web, filter, listener and servlet. Okay, instead of this, let's directly go here. In Java resources, SRC main Java, right click and new. What option is available? Servlet, not class. Somebody people are saying class. When you have to use a class? When you want to develop regular core Java class. Okay, you are not developing regular core Java class. Okay, right click in Java resource, right click on SRC main Java, new, and then servlet. Then here it is asking enter servlet class name, enter package. What the package? com.nit.hk.servlets. Okay, com.nit.hk.servlets. And what the class name? Say welcome page, welcome servlet. I want to develop welcome servlet. What is the welcome servlet class name? Welcome servlet. What is the meaning of this class name? What is this class name? What is the meaning of here class name? Web class name. Sorry. Web.xml file. Inside web.xml file, you have class name tag, na? That class name tag is welcome servlet. Okay. Next, I gave Java servlet class name, package name, class name. And what is the super class? HTTP servlet class. If you don't want HTTP servlet class, if you want generic servlet class, you can click on browse and change. Okay, na? It's your wish. Then now click on. Tell me, if you just create finish, is it sufficient? No. Why? Whenever you are creating servlet class, you have to configure servlet class in web.xml file. Na? Then click on next. Then in the next page, it is showing enter servlet deployment descriptor, specific information. Name is welcome servlet. Servlet class name is welcome servlet. You want to add in description for your servlet, you can add. Initialization parameters of the servlet. If you want, you can click on add. Click on add, parameter name, parameter value, description. Again, one more. If you want add parameter name, parameter value, description like this. And then URL mapping. What is the pattern name? Welcome servlet. I don't want this. I wanted to change it to welcome servlet like this. You can choose like this. You can edit also. By default, it is taking servlet class name as URL pattern. If you want, you can also change. Then now click on next. When you click on next, now it is showing specify modifiers interface to implement and method stubs to generate. Now you want to make your class as final? No. You want to implement any interfaces? No. Which method stubs would you like to create? Constructors from superclass, inherited abstract methods. You want init method? Select. You want destroy method? Select. You want get servlet config? Yes. You want get servlet info? Stupid fellows. Why you want? Just like that. What is the name of the class? Welcome servlet. You want to say hi welcome. Why you want initialization, all the nonsense? By default, what methods they are using? Do get and do post. I am unchecking them and using what? Service. Okay, click on now, finish. Tell me again, how to create servlet class? Right click on in Java resources, right click on src/main/Java. What are you doing? Right on. Steps to create servlet. Steps to create servlet. In Java resources, right click on src/main/Java. src/main/Java, arrow, new, arrow, servlet. Now down, enter Java package. Enter Java package. com.nit.hk.servlets. Enter Java package. com.nit.hk.servlets. Class name, welcome servlet. Click next. Let it be there. You no need to do any change. Leave it. Okay. Click next. Again, click next. Uncheck. Uncheck constructor. Uncheck do get do post. Uncheck constructor. Uncheck do get do post. Check service. Uncheck constructor comma do get comma do post and check service. Click finish. Click finish. Look at here. Inside inside Java resources src/main/Java, we have package created. Inside package, servlet is created. Now, if you go to this project, src folder also main Java, what is there? Com, nit, hk, servlets, welcome servlet is copied. Okay, now you create here, here also it's copied. Okay, let me close this. Yeah, let me close this and it is open. src main. Then next point. Now observe here, this is a servlet code. Observe in the servlet code, you have some confusion point. What is there? Package we know. Import statements, servlet exception. एक कौन है? This is the annotation tells that this class is a servlet class. We can avoid web.xml file that much heavy configuration. Servlet to servlet mapping, servlet following by servlet class name, servlet class name, servlet name, servlet class name. Next, servlet mapping, servlet name, URL pattern. This entire big stuff, web.xml file stuff, you can avoid and you can add a annotation. This is called what? Annotation. What is the name of the annotation? Web servlet. By using @web servlet, we can inform to the servlet container that this welcome servlet is a servlet class which is requested, which can be requested with the URL pattern welcome servlet. Understand? Right. So you can also use this web annotation, or you can use what you call web.xml file. Let's see in web.xml file is anything created. This is a web.xml file. In web.xml file, this is the tag columns. If you want to see the source, click on source here. Look at there, web.xml file is not edited anything. So it is not using web.xml file, it is using only annotation. So if you want to add, you can add by your own. Okay. Let it be there annotation. Slowly we will move to the annotations also. Okay. Now look at here. So package, import statements, all are automatically added by Eclipse. Now onwards, you don't need to add any annotation. Then they added a documentation servlet implementation class. What is that? Welcome servlet. Web servlet URL pattern / welcome servlet. Then welcome servlet extends HTTP servlet. Because HTTP servlet is extending from, okay, source is not opening. I want to attach the source. Now the jar file Apache Tomcat lib/servlet-api.jar has no source attachment. You have to download the source files and then attach that. Okay. For the timing, we'll see later. Here observe HTTP servlet extending from generic servlet. Generic servlet is implementing from serializable interface. That's why the serial version UID variable is required. If any class is implementing serializable interface, we must have serial version UID variable. Otherwise, we'll get note, not error. Then what is this? HTTP servlet service of. This one is also not required. Remove this. Now we have our service method. Inside service method, I am writing one message. What is that? Print writer out equal to request data, response data. Response dot get writer, then out dot println of double quotes, hi, welcome to advanced Java course. Some message I have written, or welcome to HTTP world. Okay, welcome to HTTP world. Some message. Save it. Servlet ready. What next I have to do? Execute. Already saved na. Right? Now I have to execute. In Eclipse, should I compile? Already compiled. Only I have to execute. Everyone watch. How to execute any program in Eclipse? Control F11. If I press Control F11, it is a servlet, na? Servlet class must be executed by JVM or by Tomcat, by the server, right? Right click, run as. It is asking for what? Run on server. Do you have any server? If you want to run your project on server, first of all, server has to configure, na? We have not configured. Then, will you follow the old style? Create a WAR file, manually deploy into the server, then execute by open the browser, start the server, open the browser. All Jamana is gone. So here, what should I do? I should configure in Eclipse itself. What I told, Eclipse is a IDE, integrated development environment. We don't open Tomcat separately, JDBC separately, database separately, client applications we don't. Everything we'll do from single window. Now tell me here, what are you doing now? Right click on this project, or directly you can press on Control F11. Control F11, then is asking, Babu, this is a servlet class. I have to execute on server. Then how to execute, which server you want? Observe. It is showing you all the possible available servers to run the servlet. But which server you want to use? Apache. Select Apache. In Apache, which version you want to use? Tomcat. Select the Tomcat. I want to minimize this. I want you to see what is happening side. Again, how to run the servlet? Control F11 or right click, run as, run on server, Apache, Tomcat server. Now tell me, Tomcat server, it is taking server runtime environment Apache Tomcat, server name Tomcat server at localhost. Okay. Click next. The project is already deployed as a WAR file. Automatically WAR file is created and deployed. HTTP servlet. Then click on finish. Look at the server starting. Server started. Browser open, output come. Hey, I didn't open browser, I didn't prepare the URL, everything done by Eclipse. Right done. In a service method, add below 2 lines. In service method, add below 2 lines. Add another 2 lines. I add below 2 lines and I should tell which 2 lines. Oh my God. Inside service method, why you are waiting for my instruction? Inside service method, add below 2 lines. Place them in box. Completed. Next, executing servlet execution. Steps to execute servlet. Steps to execute servlet. Steps to execute servlet. Which step? Right click on servlet. Right click on servlet. Arrow, run as, arrow, run on server. Run on server. Arrow, Arrow, Apache, Arrow, one second, actually should not come all these things. In your system, by default, it will not come, okay? Because already, I think somehow it is attached. Okay, listen. If these three are coming blank, click on add. Okay, already we have added here, na? That is coming here. Okay, done. It will come, no problem. Ready? What are you done? Apache, Tomcat. Then click on next. Finish. Arrow. Server is started automatically. Server is started automatically, comma. Project is deployed into the Tomcat server. Comma, executed. Executed. Successfully by preparing URL, sending that URL to the browser, automatically by Eclipse. Tell me, sir, when we do from the, when we are doing, when we develop the Eclipse from, sir, when we develop Servlet from Eclipse, how many steps you have to do? Just 3 steps. Create project, develop Servlet, run Servlet. Ante. Remaining var file creation, deploying in the Tomcat server, start the server, open the browser, prepare the URL, execute the URL from the browser. The entire job is done by Eclipse on. Your job is decreased. Okay, very important point. If you want to run servlet, first you have to configure server. Now look at here. Already server is configured in our system now. Okay, already server is running. Let me stop this. Server is stopped. Now right click, run as, run on server. Already Tomcat is, we selected, we configured, already server is there. Then simply select that server, click next, project is there, finish. And then automatically server started. Then browser open, URL is formed and request the servlet output come. Will you practice? Class not completed, don't go, Ray. How online students? Will you practice and thank you, sir, class completed? No. Now. Next, project number 14. Project number 13 is developing servlet by using Eclipse. That is a project number 13. Project number 14. Develop a servlet. Develop a servlet. to show the execution flow of servlet lifecycle methods. To show the execution flow of servlet lifecycle methods. To show the execution flow of servlet lifecycle methods. What to do? Write down. Step number 1. Create new dynamic web project. Create new dynamic web project. Create a new dynamic web project. How? File, new dynamic web project. Write down. File, arrow, click file, new dynamic web project. Next up, project name, 14, lifecycle methods, execution. Life cycle methods, EF, execution flow. Change DWM. What is the meaning of DWM? Change dynamic web module version to 6.0. Look at here. If I choose 6.1, unfortunately, assume. Click finish. Okay. Look at here. I am creating servlet. Right click, new servlet. What the package name? com.nit.hk.servlets. Class name is lifecycle execution flow servlet. Click finish, because next no need, we are not doing any changes. Click and directly finish. What came? I'm deleting all these unnecessary comments. Constructor also timing I'm deleting. Okay, do get do post also I'm deleting. Directly I'm taking service. I'll do so many changes. All the people should carefully watch. You have to do same changes in your system also. And here directly I'm writing response dot get writer of println of double quotes from service. Just I'm writing this message. Now I'm deleting all these unnecessary comments. What the URL pattern of the servlet? Lifecycle execution flow servlet. What to do now? I want to execute the servlet. Right click, run as. Look at there. I got error. The selection is not within a valid module. Have you seen this word module in the previous somewhere written? Dynamic web module version you are changing 6.0 to 6.1. So current selection version number is what? 6.1. So this present Tomcat 11.0 not supporting 6.1. It's supporting only 6.0. So I have to change the project dynamic web version, dynamic web module version. How? Right click on this project, click on properties. Right click on the project, click on properties, and here search for facelets. Okay, what search for? facets, project facets. Don't need to type project, type only what? Facets. Then click on it. Dynamic web module. What is the version number showing? Change it to 6.1. 6.0. Apply and close. Okay. Now right click, run as, run on server. Look at that. Now Tomcat is showing. Understood? What right? Change dynamic web project to 6.0. Next. Next, no, finish. No, click next. Select init, service and destroy methods. Select init, service and destroy methods. Uncheck do get, do post methods. Uncheck do get, do post methods. Okay. Now look at here. I want to add. Okay, if you not check there also, no problem. Control space init. By default, init method is inheriting from superclass, na? Init of servlet config. Tell me, inside this servlet init method, inside this init method, can I write response.getWriter.print? No. What I can write? What I can write? Only I can write system.out.println. System.out.println double quotes from init method. Just I am writing from init. Just I want to see the execution flow. Okay, from init. Then next. Next, destroy method. Destroy method. Delete this. And what do you write? System.out.println double quotes from destroy method. This is from which service method? HTTP servlet request, comma, HTTP servlet response method. This is init, which init method? Init of servlet config method. Okay. So these are the three lifecycle methods. Save. Now observe. The moment project is deployed, init method will be executed? No. When init method executed? When we send the request. Every request for first request. Only for first request init method executed. From second request onwards, only service method executed. I wanted to write service method output also. System.out.println of. System.out.println of. This message is from browser. This is on server console. Now tell me. I want run it. Let's keep both side by side. Here what happened? Server and servlet program. This is server console. Right click, run as. Every time no need to go do right click, run as. Direct click, can use control F11. Run as. Now lifecycle servlet has been modified. Save. Select the Tomcat, click on finish. Restart server or continue without restart? No, restart, because project is not deployed now. Okay, if you want to deploy the project and get effect, you have to restart. Okay. Request sent. Go and check the server. Look at there what is coming. Init method following by service. So what is the order of calling of servlets? First init, second service. Okay. Is the destroy method is called? No. Why? We didn't deploy. Now observe, when you do any change in the servlet, just add one space and save. This project is redeployed. Look at the project is redeployed. What is method is called? Destroy method is called. Understood? Why destroy method is called? Because project is redeploy means first it is removing from the server. Na? Before removing from the server, servlet object is destroyed. Before destroying servlet object, what method is executed? Destroy method is executed. Listen, I am sending the request again. I'm sending the request again. How to send the request again? You can use browser directly because already URL is available. Na? When you send the request again from the browser, what happened? Only service executed or init also executed? Already servlet object is destroyed. Na? Already servlet object is destroyed, right? Then now servlet object is now created, then init method, then service. Look at that. I'm just clicking on refresh button. Init service. Clear? If I click on refresh button second time, only service. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, 100 times, only service method. Samajh mein aaya? Now, if I deploy the same project again, or you remove the project from the server again, enter, save. That means I am undeploying the project. When I undeploy the project, destroy method is executed. Okay? When I send the request again process, again new process started. Again, servlet object is created, init method, service. Everyone understood? Now, I told you before init method, what executed? Why error? I'm creating non-static variable int x m2 non-static variable is executed. Then non-static block is executed, and then constructor public no param constructor is executed. Then init methods. Okay, save. Do you understand what I have added here? Static block added now. Static variable, static block, non-static variable, non-static block, no param constructor. No param constructor must be public. Then only it can access outside package from servlet container. Following by lifecycle methods init, service, and destroy. Now save it. Listen. Now this is redeployed. Open the browser. Send the request. When I send the request, first what happened? Servlet class is loaded. If you send the request, First servlet class is found with the URL pattern, loaded, static variable, static block executed, instantiated, non-static variable, non-static block, and no param constructor executed, then following by init method, then service method. Okay, now? Tell me, is it core Java or advanced Java? Core Java with in place of main method, init and service methods. Ante. Earlier, after non-static variable, static block, non-static members, who is executed? Invoked method. Who is the invoked method? Maybe non-static method. Now, who is the non-static method? Init and service. Now, if I do some change here, project is deployed, undeployed, redeployed, destroy method is destroyed. Okay, now twisted. If I send the request again, what happened? Again, servlet class is loaded, static variable, static blocks executed. Servlet object is created, non-static variable, non-static block, no param constructor executed. Then init method, service executed. If I send request again, is servlet class again loaded? No. Is servlet object created again? No. Only with the existing servlet object, service method is executed. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am using browser, another browser. Another browser means another computer. Consider another browser means another computer. From another client computer, I am sending the request. Then tell me, when I send the request, you are sending to different server, same server, same project, same servlet. Tell me, servlet object is created for first browser. For second browser, again servlet class is loaded. Again servlet object is created. No, only request is processed. Only request is processed. Only what is executed? Service method, and service message is printed. Everyone understand? Now one server, one project, one servlet. If a servlet class is already loaded, instantiated, and initialized for one of the clients in the world, when other clients are accessing the same servlet, only service method is executed and request is processed. Okay, now servlet class is not loaded for every client separately. Servlet class object is not created separately. Servlet object is not initialized separately. Only servlet request is processed separately for first client and second client. Everyone understand? So if you want to understand multi-threaded application, multiple requests sending to the servlet, then use multiple browsers. Browser 1, browser. Even you can use same browser, multiple windows also you can use. This is a one window and this is another window. This is considered as one client. This is considered as another client. Even you can use what? Tab also. Separate tab also you can consider. First tab is one client. Second tab is what? Another client. No need to change the browser. Just to change the window or tab. That's it. Hope you all understand. Will you practice it? Pakka? Right. What you completed? Continuation, right. Copy servlet code from the Google Classroom. Copy servlet code from Google Classroom. Run that project in Eclipse. Hey, without practicing this closure, if you come tomorrow, you will not understand one word also tomorrow. Today we have completed. 1 second. Here, actually, the service method is not HTTP service. It is life cycle method. Why you cannot inherit? Oh, okay, okay. It is a public method. Again repeating, Babu Puji. Service method is what? Life cycle method is what? Servlet request and servlet response. Not HTTP servlet. Tomorrow we are trying to understand life cycle callback execution flow. If you don't understand these topics, tomorrow class is Rakta Kannire, blood tears will come. So that's why everyone practice this flow of execution as I shown you in the class. Okay. Next, write down. Next point. Copy servlet code from Google Classroom. Next. Execute servlet class by sending multiple requests and by undeploying, deploying. By undeploying and redeploying. Next point. For undeploying project in Eclipse, for undeploying project, comma, in Eclipse, in servlet class, anywhere, in servlet class, anywhere, add one blank line. How to add one blank line? Enter key. Add one blank line, save. Okay. Just save the servlet class. Automatically project is undeployed. Comma, destroy method is executed. Everyone understand? Any confusion? Working with Eclipse is very, very easy. At least 1 or 2 programs if you develop, especially this project. Previous welcome page, just for testing purpose, configurations and everything. And then developing servlet execution flow, this example. Okay. Requesting everyone to practice and come so that tomorrow class you will enjoy. Tomorrow lifecycle callback methods completed. It will take not much time because we have started using Eclipse. Okay. Then following by tomorrow we are going to work with session management also I will introduce. No, tomorrow I have to teach you HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response and their body, head and body. That pattern is, some pattern is request message pattern and response message pattern. Tomorrow after execution some theory points are there. After theory, then request contains some methods, HTTP servlet response contains some methods. We have to deal with those methods. Then following by we'll go for session management. Okay. Don't miss tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, 2 classes, very important. Thank you. చేయను ముందర ఈ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసిరా అయిపోయిన దాని గురించి ఎందుకు రా ఫస్ట్ ఈ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి తర్వాత చూద్దాం. Prashant, check Naresh ID website, man, you'll find.